Welcome, my lovely listeners, to Devi's Horror Nights, where we explore the mysteries and spooky tales that are hidden in the corners of India. Today, Devi will dive into some spine-tingling stories connected with Bhoot Chaturdashi, a night that's India's version of Halloween. This festival is celebrated on the night before Kali Puja or Chotidiwali. But before we embark on these tales, let me shed some light on the fascinating similarities between these two haunting festivities. Bhoot Chaturdashi might not contain the rituals of trick-or-treating for candies, but it does include eating 14 kinds of leafy greens. Halloween has the custom of light to keep away evil. One has scooped pumpkins, the other has 14 oil lamps. Both deal with dark and airy beliefs of a ghost world. Their stories are more about vampires and werewolves, while ours about Bhoot and Pisach. According to its mythology, on Halloween, the gateway between the dead and the living opens, hence allowing the dead to crawl your streets. Quite similarly, on Bhoot Chaturdashi, it is believed that the last 14 forefathers of a family visit their living relatives on this day. Bhoot Chaturdashi holds a very special place in the hearts of Bengalis and is observed with great faith. If you speak to your Bengali friends, they'll tell you at least one ghost story they have heard during this time and have lit up a small lamp in the darkest corners of their home. The night of ghostly encounters and supernatural events has inspired several stories in Indian mythology. Here are a few fables centered around this night. I start with the first story. Once, a lazy Brahmin and his wife lived in a cluttered house, neglecting cleanliness and rituals. Invited to a royal ceremony, he enjoyed a feast, but on his way back through a haunted forest, encountered a ghost. The spectre requested him to inform its sister about a newborn needing clothes. Terrified, the Brahmin ran home, where another ghost emerged from the garbage. Neighbors scolded them for inviting spirits due to the filthy house. On Bhoot Chaturdashi, they were instructed to clean, light 14 lamps, and sprinkle water from 14 leafy greens. This tradition continues in Bengali households, symbolizing the warding off of evil spirits and welcoming ancestral spirits. The second story is about the mysterious lamp. Once, in a quiet village, there was a young man named Rohit mocked the traditions of lighting lamps on Bhoot Chaturdashi. He believed the whole thing was superstitious. To prove his point, he decided not to light any lamps that night. As darkness fell, he went to sleep with a mocking smile. However, in the middle of the night, he heard a whispering voice and felt a cold hand on his shoulder. He opened his eyes to find a ghostly figure hovering over him. The ghost said, "I am the spirit of Bhoot Chaturdashi and you have offended me by not lighting a lamp. You shall now wander in darkness forever." From that day on, Rohit was never seen again, and his fate served as a warning to those who doubted the power of tradition. Now, starting with the third story, which is about the haunted well. In another village, there was a well that was known to be haunted on Bhoot Chaturdashi. The villagers believed that if you looked into the well on this night, you could see the reflections of lost spirits. A young woman named Anjali was curious and wanted to prove her courage. She approached the well with a lit lamp and gazed into the water. As the clock struck midnight, she saw the faces of long lost relatives and friends in the well, calling her to join them. Anjali resisted their calls and fled in terror, realizing that the spirits were trying to attract her into the well to become one of them. Her story served as a lesson to never trust the illusions of Bhoot Chaturdashi. The last story is about the generous widow. There was a kind-hearted widow named Lakshmi who lived alone in a small cottage on the outskirts of a village. On Bhoot Chaturdashi, she lit lamps at the crossroads and offered food to anyone passing by. One year, an exhausted traveler knocked on her door. Lakshmi welcomed him inside, shared a meal, and offered him a place to rest for the night. The traveler revealed himself to be a kind spirit. As a reward for her kindness, he blessed Lakshmi with good fortune, and her life prospered from that day on. This fable teaches that even on the spookiest of nights, kindness and generosity can be rewarded. These fables and stories of Bhoot Chaturdashi serve to reinforce the importance of tradition, caution against unbelief, and emphasize the power of kindness and generosity. If you find these stories passed down from ancestors intriguing, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more hair-raising tales from around the country. Until we meet again, bye-bye.